Hey everybody, it's Andy from EX2 Adventures. I want to tell you a little bit about the Greenhorn Adventure Race, which is coming up on May 5th at Rocky Gap State Park. So what is an adventure race? Well, I would describe an adventure race as a multi-sport scavenger hunt, where you travel around a park looking for checkpoints via mountain bike, paddle, and trekking. Now what is a checkpoint? Well, a checkpoint is an orienteering flag hung at different locations in the park. So if you're on a team, you travel together as a team throughout the entire race. It doesn't work like a relay, like one person mountain bikes and one person paddles and one person treks. You're traveling together throughout the entire race. So how do you find these checkpoints that are hung around at different locations inside of a park? Well, you do it by following a map that we give you and following certain rules of travel. And I'm going to show you what those look like now. So when you check in on race day, you'll receive two important pieces of information. You'll receive a topographic map of the park, and this is a map of the Greenhorn Adventure Race that we used back in 2008. You also receive your rules of travel. So the topographic map will tell you the trails around the park, as well as other information about buildings and things like that. It also has all the checkpoint locations indicated by red circles and checkpoint numbers. So for example, this red circle stands for checkpoint number 2. On the rules of travel, it describes the order in which you're going to do the disciplines, so mountain biking, trail running, paddling, and also will list the checkpoints and clues to help you find the checkpoints. So for example, checkpoint 2, in this particular race, you check to checkpoint 2, and checkpoint 2 is located at the dam. So if you were to find checkpoint 2 on the map, you'll see that it's located at the Rocky Gap Dam. So your goal when you get your map and your rules of travel is to figure out the most efficient route to make your way through the course, finding as many checkpoints as you can with the most efficient route of travel. Well, how do we know that you've actually reached each checkpoint? Well, on each orienteering flag, there'll be a small electronic box hanging off from it. And when you check in, we give you an SI card. And what you do is you insert your SI card into the box, it goes beep beep, and it registers that your team has actually reached the checkpoint. One question we get often is, do you need a compass to compete the Greenhorn Adventure Race? It may not be a bad thing to bring, but if you don't know how to use a compass or you don't have a compass, don't worry about it. We've designed the Greenhorns that if you can read a trail map and follow your way along trails, then you can find the checkpoints and accomplish the race. Now what should you bring with you to the race? Well, you're definitely going to need a bike. A mountain bike is absolutely preferred, but if you have a hybrid bike, that'll be okay for the Greenhorn. There'll probably be some sections where you have to walk your bike that are a little bit more technical, but that's okay, they aren't too long. You're also going to need some shoes, some closed-toed shoes to trek with, but you don't need to bring any specific paddling gear. We provide all the boats, the paddles, and the PFDs or life jackets. So what else do you need to bring? It's probably a good idea to have a small backpack with you that you carry some things. You also need a way to carry water, so that could either be a bladder or a water bottle or two. Another good thing to bring is some way to keep your maps and rules of travel dry. So that could be a fancy map case like that one, or it can just be a couple Ziploc bags from home. I'd also bring with you a pen or two. I'm a big fan of Sharpies to mark up your map or write clues or write hints or write which direction you're going to go on your map. That's helpful. And the last thing that we ask each team to bring is a cell phone. And it's really important to keep your cell phone dry. So again, put it in a whole bunch of Ziploc bags or even like a commercial dry bag if you have one of those. How long is this year's Greenhorn Adventure Race? Well, you have 4 hours to complete the whole course. The total distance is about 12 to 14 miles, but a lot of it depends on which route you take to the different points. It's a few mile paddle, and then about the same distance of trek and mountain bike. So I'd plan on about 4 to 6 miles of each. Well, that's about it. We're looking forward to seeing you on May 5th at Rocky Gap State Park for the Greenhorn Adventure Race. If you have any questions, please get in touch with me via phone or email, and we'll see you soon.